And her brother was the only one in the kitchen. And the result of this was I ended up using the bathroom on myself. Because I had to use the bathroom. I had to throw my clothes away, change my clothes, but I called the police. But before I even called the police, I called my friends. Called the police. When they got there, they went in the house and then they just came back out. I told them where they were at, but they just came back out. And I was like, y'all not gonna do anything? And they were like, no. I was like, and so they just stood outside for like a while, for like 3 minutes talking amongst each other. It was 2 women and a man, I believe. 3 of them came and did nothing. But you know how the police would take their sweet time. They didn't do that. They came. And like right after I changed my clothes, I just packed my stuff up and put all my stuff in Mike's car. Oh, like right after she burned me, I said stupid B word 3 times in a row. But I got all my stuff in Mike's car. Mike was like, what do you want to do now? I was like, take me to Money's house. I go to Money's house. Money like, girl, what the... You need to go to the hospital. And I'm like, I don't want to go to the hospital. She's like, you need to go to the hospital today, right now, before it gets worse. You need to go. And I'm about to call them right now. Go take a cold shower. When I go get in that shower, it hurt so bad. It hurt so bad. I was crying because it just hurt. That cold water on your white skin. Ooh, it was hurting. My little melanins. Then the ambulance pull up and they're like, come on, just come on. Money like, girl, grab your phone and get your charger. Because I wish I would have had my phone and my charger too. Because my friend Money is actually paralyzed because her ex-boyfriend, her spirit spouse, shot her and paralyzed her. And I just pray that the Most High give her the ability to walk again. Okay, so I'm in the ambulance. I get to the Roanoke Hospital. Roanoke Hospital, they took some pictures of my back. And they were like, we don't know what to do with you, but we're going to cut off this skin, the excess skin. And we're going to send you to hospital in Richmond, the burn center. I don't know why I can't think of this stuff right now. But we don't know what to do with you. So we're going to send you to the burn center. The burn center is 3 hours away from Roanoke, Virginia. So I'm in an ambulance again after a couple of hours. And we go there. The ambulance man is a cool dude. The man who's driving is a nice driver. The ambulance dude is just telling me stories about his experiences of people with broken bones in the ambulance and how unbearable it was. Okay. So I finally get to freaking the burn center. It was dark. And I'm in like this waiting area. There's only like 2 other patients in there. And they're like, yeah, we're just going to check you in. Here's a blanket. Here goes some water. You want some applesauce? Would you like a little snack? I'm like, yeah, give me the goldfish. So I got to eat some goldfish. But so I end up falling asleep You know, they put me on the little monitor thing, make sure that I'm fine. And then I get to my room. And it's a pretty nice room. I got a really big window and a nice view. It was closed off, so that indicated that I'm not as bad as other burn people. I'm on a floor with other burn patients, and that was when I just could not stop questioning, why does this happen to people? Why? Okay, I'm on a floor with other people who have been burned. It just blew me. Right, so I'm getting familiar with my room. The only thing I brought was my phone and my charger. I'm sure my insides told me to bring my retainer, and I didn't. But I probably wasn't really thinking about that either. But I felt it, and it had to be sent to me, and I got it a couple days later. Okay, so the burn center. I had to stay in the hospital for 2 weeks. And what I got was a skin graft. If you don't know what a skin graft is, I don't suggest looking it up because it's gross. But it's when you have to take skin from another part of your body and put it on the wound so that it will heal properly. Now, at first, I was like, bro, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not about to have surgery. I'm not doing that. I don't need to do that. Then he reminded me, you ever seen somebody with a burn before and their skin looks like this? That's because when your skin grows back, it grows very, very tight. Your skin is tight. Because healing, at first, it felt like I was falling off of the bone. But okay, your skin is tight and you will lose your range of motion if you do not get this surgery. So he was like, all right, I'm going to come back and you're going to have to make a decision. And so when he left, I was in my head and I was like, and I'm on these drugs. I was on so much drugs, bro. I don't know how I'm still alive. First of all, I was on fentanyl and I was on so much fentanyl that it was altering my reality. I'm just thinking like, bro, if I don't get this surgery, my skin gonna be looking like this. And then I'm not gonna be able to dance no more. I'm already ugly. Ugly. I was just sad. I was just like, bruh. And I was so angry. I rewrote Kick in the Door. I was so angry, and the Lord do not like when I be rapping that song, okay? But I put it over Tupac's track, so he's a little bit more lenient. But anyway, the doctor came back, and I told him, you know what I told him. Like, he was like, look, here's the dealio. We got to do this 3 times. And I was like, what? Why? Why? And he was like, because your skin may not be ready yet for the real thing. But this is when I learned they lied. They lied. Because your skin, you know how you start healing immediately. But you know, I went under anesthesia 3 times because I didn't know at the time. But they had to put me under one time to get the dead skin off. They had to shave that off first. But then they put me under again and put cadaver skin on me. If you don't know what that is somebody else's dead skin. And they need to shut down for lying to me about that. Okay, and then the 3rd time under anesthesia was the real thing. When they had to get that skin off my thigh, put it on my shoulder. Why is my thigh on my shoulder? Why? I've been wondering how to cure dementia and whatever that other one is. That anesthesia, it gets trapped in your liver and you got to detox it. That's why them old people be so mad, because it's in their liver like a strong drink. You got to detox the brain. Get that out of your brain and then you'll start remembering stuff. That is heavy stuff, man. It can take over. Okay? I didn't feel a thing. I didn't feel one thing going under. I just remember 1, 2, 3, and then the 4 would just fade and I'll be out and then I'm waking up. Oh my God, let me tell you about the time I wanted a mushroom sandwich. That mushroom was so salty, I spit it out and had to reorder another lunch. Like, y'all gotta be kidding me. That was one of the nicest things about being in the hospital. You know, they bring you some food. They gonna bring you your 3 meals a day. Okay, it was nice. That was really nice. And it was always a black man and a black woman together coming to bring me my food. I really liked that a lot. However, this is my first experience of being in a hospital like this, and it's sick. It's sick. So the only time I saw my doctor was when he was asking me about the surgery. The second time I saw my doctor is when I was going into surgery on accident. He was just walking by. And he didn't want to talk either. He was busy. The third time I saw my doctor was after my surgery. He asked me if I was okay, and then he left. I don't know how many nurses I've seen, but y'all know they work 12-hour shifts. So I'm getting a new nurse every 12 hours, and I never got the same nurse twice. I don't like that. I want to see my doctor. First of all, what is he doing? Why does he have so many jobs? The hospital is so sick, but okay. Let me tell you about these 2 nurses. The second one was Muslim. She was better than the first one. The first one's name was Sarah. I got restraining orders on her boyfriend and the girl. Let's talk about Sarah. Okay, so Sarah is a Caucasian lady. I got to see her face one time, and that was when she clocked in, but she was also with the head nurse. So the head nurse brought her in my room with other nurses who were training to come and see me and, you know, get the experience or whatever. For Sarah's whole entire 12 hours, she ignored me. She sat outside my door, tapping her knee and a pencil at a desk. Now, I just had surgery, right? And I had to carry this big heavy thing that was like cleaning my wound. So ever so often it would just suck up all the you know, it would just suck it all up, clean it up. But I needed help to carry it to the bathroom. The nurse, you don't gotta come in here and be with me in the bathroom. You don't gotta do none of that. Just help me from point A to point B. That's it. That's all I need. Sarah didn't do that. And when I had to do it by myself, it hurt so freaking bad. And every time I would try to tell somebody, they were busy. They were busy. They were busy. They were busy. And I'm like, what do I do to deserve this? What do I do to deserve this? I need to go. I need help. 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 God dang. I didn't like Sarah, and I made sure to tell the head nurse the next day. Because Sarah need a new job. If this ain't what you want to do, boo, clock out, go home, find something else to do. Yeah. Now, the second nurse. Muslim lady had on a white hijab to match her white nurse outfit. I was like, okay, a woman of God here. Yippee. I said, look, nurse, the last nurse I just had, she ain't even helped me carry my little thing to the bathroom. And that's all that I need. Why did this nurse tell me, you know, we've had plenty of patients before leave the hospital without checking out or anything. You could do that yourself if you want to. Girl, did you just tell me to leave the hospital? Right? I just had surgery like 2 days ago. I was like, oh my God. She did not just say that. I was like, I need a new nurse. I need another nurse. Okay, so we're in week 2 now. I'm about tired of doing this. I'm like, all right, I gotta do something to get. Cause every day I'm getting up, I'm doing my little lap around the freaking floor, that like they told me to. But I'm like, I'm starting to get the feeling these people want to keep me. Yeah, that's what they want to do. They want to keep me. No, I'm getting out of here. I'm leaving. I don't care. I'm going. But this story is almost over. My mom did decide to come for me, come see me, come visit, come stay, instead of going to that girl's graduation, because literally right before she graduated high school, she burned me. Okay, so I get to have my mom sometimes. She's staying with her bestie in Richmond. Okay, so I get to have my mama. Okay, even though this is her fault. Like, right, we're learning. We're trying to get out of sin. We're trying to repent. My mama getting better now. She's getting better. Okay. But, okay. I'm like, how can I get out of here? I'm like, I know what to do. I'm going to do TikTok. I'm going to start doing TikToks. And that is what got me out of the hospital, because I started doing the little dances all the time with the door open, making sure that they could hear me and they could see me dancing. Yup, I'm good. Yup, good. Yup, yeet, yeah. I started dancing. And they finally released me after week 2 of being in there. And I was like, yes, God, the victory is mine. But, bro, I finally got out the hospital. And I go to my safe house. Thank the Lord for him. Both of these men came to pick me up from my mama's house before anybody saw me or before I had to go in there. They was there. Right when I pulled up, they pulled up and I got to go. Because I don't have nowhere else to live. That's where I live. I live at home with my mom. Anyway, I'm at my safe house. I'm in my safe haven. And when I tell you it is a hot mess, it's a hot mess in here. It is a mess. I don't even know. This, oh my God, I'm reminiscing now. Okay, I'm in a house full of people. That's where I'm gonna start. I'm in a house full of people. At one point, it was 9 of us in there. Do you hear me? It is 9 of us in there, okay? Girl, I had to heal in a house full of toxicity. When I got out of the hospital, it was like a culture shock almost. From being in the hospital and then being in the real outside, it was like a lot. But I just always get through it. I don't know. I just pushed through it and got used to it. But yeah, I had to learn how to walk again, but I wasn't aware at first because I would always just wear my heels. So I'm walking in my heels, but then when I take my shoes off, I'm like, bro, I'm a little. First of all, my shoulder was stuck like this for a while. It was just stuck. This burn led me to my spirit spouse. But hey, I broke the curse. I broke that curse. Didn't even know who the spirit spouse was. And now I'm following the yellow brick road, bro. So yeah. That is why I have a gigantic scar on my chest and on my back and my neck. It's crack, man. I know the money's so good. Like everything just seems so good, but even this house I'm living in, it's coming with spirits because of that, the drug, the money. As soon as you sell some hard drugs like that, the money is cursed, boo. And y'all be thinking the Lord ain't cursing the same way he was. He is. He is. He is. Check in. Thank you. Love y'all. Okay, so I forgot have a very to tell good day. Y'all about when I was getting off those drugs. Okay, so I'm like, ain't no way I gotta keep on because I was on so much drugs. I was like, ain't no way I gotta keep on asking them to help me go to the bathroom. Like I'm losing my bodily function. I was like, nah, take me off these drugs. They were like, what? Huh? I looked that nurse dead in her eye and I said, take me off these drugs before I get a new nurse. That girl scurried on out of there so fast. Skirt. I said, take me off right now. They were like, look, we got to take you off increments at a time or it's going to be too overwhelming to your brain. So we got to take you off a little bit at a time. I was like, okay, yeah. And let me remind you, I was pissed. I am angry. I'm even in here. What am I doing in there? Why is my thigh on my shoulder? You feel me? Like, this is not making sense. None of this makes sense. Oh, after the police left, her boyfriend had a car. So they got in the car with their dogs in the trunk. He used to beat those dogs for no reason. He used to beat them for nothing. And they drove away. So, even though the police didn't do anything for me at the time of when I called them, after I got out of the hospital, an officer reached out to me. And that is when they pulled up to my house with 2 police cars full of officers, went in there, got Alicia, put her behind bars. They did that for me. However, her boyfriend stole a lawnmower, sold it, and then paid her bond. So she was out like hours after that. interesting, right? So many people told me, like, if we were in another country, if this was not America, she would have died on sight. The police would have shot her down. They probably would have overkilled her. She would have been dead. And I believe my only regret is that I didn't have a weapon. I had nothing on me. I gave my firearms to my uncle when I was saved.